Hi, everyone. I'm Dana. Welcome back to Women's Voices Now, where we elevate the voices of women and girls through storytelling and media. Today, we're thrilled to be joined once again by global pop artist and activist SHAB, who's here to talk about her brand new album, One Suitcase, a powerful and deeply personal project that explores identity, empowerment, and healing. We're honored to share this conversation with you. SHAB, welcome. I'm so glad to be speaking to you again.
Thank you so much for having me, Dana. I'm so honored.
Of course, let's dive in. One Suitcase is such a powerful title. Can you tell us what it symbolizes for you and how it reflects your personal journey as a woman, refugee, and artist?
Sure. One Suitcase is really my story about being a refugee and coming to America with one suitcase and at 14 speaking no English. And so the story goes, it was a fundamentalist. I am a child of the revolution. And the fundamentalists took over in Iran, and so many years of history of Persian culture, they changed the course and like literally overthrown everything in 8 months. And my dad, he was working for the Shah, and so when you take care of the Shah, the Shah takes care of you. And he worked for the oil company, petroleum, and so we did pretty well for ourselves. And he had 13 kids with my mom, and I was the 13th, and I was just literally just born, and all this stuff happened. And then they kidnapped my brothers, and they were shooting out at our house every other week, and he had a heart attack, and it was just a lot for him. He was 52 years old, barely 53, and unfortunately, he passed away, leaving my mother with 13 children, and I was the youngest. So then my mom had to figure stuff out, and of course, we become instant enemy of the state. They froze all our assets and our accounts. That's what the government can do. I mean, they're that powerful. When they overthrow, they can do stuff to people, and it's just so sad. And because we were like really good people too. And so my mom was like, okay, she was 39 years old. She sacrificed everything. She sold all her jewelry that my dad had given her to for us to survive in that 8 years. And my brothers were older by then, where they were able to work in the bazaar, selling whatever it was to kind of make ends meet and help us as well. And after 8 years, she was like, "We got to get out here," because all of us were complaining. And we were just like, "Mom, this is not a place to be." And we went through another war, which was the Iran-Iraq war. Iraq attacked Iran, and they were trying to overthrow us and take over because they knew the government was super weak, and we just had a revolution. So it was a perfect time for them to attack to take over Iran. And of course, we fought back. And so, and it's like nobody wants war, but the reason I love music is because I think music has saved me so much, and I was like, I wanted to share that with other people because it has been so healing for me. I remember I was like 6 or 7. There was the bombs coming down, and it was the sirens were going off. We could hear the bombs from far, and the louder the bombs got, the louder our music got. So my mom was cooking. There's beautiful like smell of food in the air and the aroma of it, and we were like putting Western music on, and I didn't really understand English. I didn't speak it, but it just was feel good music. And so the Jacksons and just like ABBA and Bee Gees and all of that good stuff. So, and I think music has been so transformational for me, and I feel like you can transport yourself to another place when you just close your eyes and you just go to this place, wherever that is, that's just like where you're safe and things are good. And so that's why I wanted to do music when I got to an age where I was like, I was able to have the funds and things I wanted to do, because I was been trying to escape all my life, since I was 8.5. So 8.5, we finally got a refugee in Turkey. And so I had to be there for almost a year in Ankara, the capital city, to wait for my paperwork to go to Germany as a refugee international student for boarding school. So went there. I was there for 5 years, and 4.5 years. I finally got a message. They said my green card was ready at JFK, and I can finally be reunited with my family. And I hadn't seen my mom in 5 years, and I was 8.5 to 14. So, I have an 8-year-old son, and so like thinking that I have to send him somewhere for almost 5 years, it just breaks my heart, because those are the memories that I could make with him, and just grow, like see him grow, and so things like that. But it it was what it was. We were just trying to do what was best for everyone, and we just had to grow up really fast. And I was super independent at age 9. I was, going to my tennis lessons, and I was going to school, like learning German, and so. And then from there, I hadn't seen my brothers and sisters in like 8 years. My mom in 5. So got on a Lufthansa flight all by myself. Everything I owned in a suitcase. We actually found a replica, which is online. It's the suitcase I'm holding. It's actually a girl. She's actually Serena. She's also a singer, and she's half American, half Persian, and she loved the story. She's like, I would love to be, to help you with that. And I was like, who better than her, So, and she was like exactly my age when I went to the airport. So I went to JFK and speaking no English, everything I owned, one suitcase, arrived, and there's just two agents that came and got me. They were like 6'5", the tallest and the tallest agent. I was like 4'11", and so they were like, "Welcome to America. You're safe. Let's take you to immigration." And the fingerprints, and my green card was in my hand in half an hour with my picture on it. So, and I just looked at it and I was like, "Oh my God! Like the world is in the palm of my hand. I am so blessed to be in America." Because a lot of people are born here. They don't understand that how lucky they are to be in this amazing place that we call America. And you have freedom of speech. You have freedom of what you want to wear. You want to wear the hijab, great. You don't want to, that's okay. You want to practice, you're Jewish, you want to be Muslim, you want to be spiritual. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you want to do. And I was like, finally, I can breathe. So got another flight, got to Baltimore, saw my mom for the first time. I just started crying. And it was like God just gave me this beautiful gift. And I was like, my family is here with me. I didn't lose them. I just was some time we grew up and we saw each other again. So then, of course, we didn't have much because the government took everything and we spent all the money to survive. So we were in this little house, all of us, and working. I was going to school to get to ESOL to learn English, and I was like bullied and made fun of because I didn't speak English and I looked different, and so it was tough. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. It's just it's hard already being a woman and like let alone being a refugee and being discriminated against. And then there was like the 9/11. They blamed the Persians for being uh, doing the whole like terrorist stuff. And then 9 months later they were like, oh, it wasn't really the Persians, it was the Arabs. And I'm like, that just really sucks. Like I was like tortured in college, like, and I had to tell people I was Italian. So this is stuff is still happening. That's the thing. I think every single one of us at one point been discriminated against. I don't care who you are. So I'm over it. I'm like, I'm better than that. I don't want to like just keep talking about like, what people did to me. I'm like, oh, how can it empower me?
Mhm.
How can I understand others better through this experience? So I alchemize it
Mhm.
into something like better. And that's the first song on my album is actually called Alchemy. It's turning something metal into like gold. And how do you do that with your emotions? How do you do that with hardships, setbacks, and people being mean to you and people like disrespecting you or like, calling you or whatever it is. So it was something I think God was like, you're gonna go through all of these things for me to make you stronger. So I see it as like luxury. I'm like, thank you, universe, thank you, God. Like I am such a better person because of those experiences, and I turn it into my pain, my sorrow, and all that stuff into like love and power. So, and that was it. So I came to US, and then just figuring out what it is to be a woman in the modern world. And I think one suitcase really represents that. It represents the essence of, you know, love, liberty, freedom. Like all the songs, when you listen to it, there's like a story. We had 50 songs we picked, like I already had sang, and we were looking through our stuff, and we're like, like these are the songs that fit the album. We just gotta figure out, you know, like how to put 1 through 21. There's a reason there's 21 songs as a double album, and each song is like a personally deep story about how I found love here in US, how my husband like helped me liberate myself, as a woman because I didn't know what I was. I was uncomfortable in my skin, and I would see like American women, European or Latin and women, and I would say, wow, like I wish I was more like them. I wish I was free in my skin. I could express myself like freely, and and then there's a time and place what to wear, what not. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go to a holy city wearing what I wear to Miami.
Mhm.
It's about respect. Fashion is something that most of us we don't respect because we don't understand. A lot of women in other countries don't have that because they're not allowed to wear what they want to wear.
Mhm.
So it's a privilege,
Right.
and I think we have lost that. There's too much going on. We just don't know what fashion is anymore.
Mhm.
We wear things that don't complement our bodies. We wear things because it's in fashion. Um, it's just sad to me because I see like it's changing and it's like going to a different direction. And I'm just like, it's so empowering. Fashion is very empowering, and just use it towards good.
Right.
That's pretty much it. And I think finding womanhood and freedom in my own skin, feeling comfortable in my own skin at like my age after children. It was
Mhm.
I had to have kids, and then I was feeling like, oh my God, like a woman is the most incredible like creature being in the world, and men are too. It's just different because
Mhm.
we give life to
Right.
men and women.
Right. So that was incredibly emotional. Thank you so much for sharing that.
My pleasure.
Um, I want to touch back on what you mentioned about alchemy and alchemizing your pain into art, essentially. I want to ask, how do you balance vulnerability with empowerment in the songs on your albums, especially considering your experiences of rebuilding your life? Sorry.
That's okay. I think it's all about loving yourself. When you change yourself and love yourself, the world around you changes. Because at the end of the day, like I always said this a long time ago, I guess I'm a yogi at heart. Like yoga has helped me so much to like find my way. Um, love yourself first, and everything falls into place. When
Um,
you accept
I'm sorry.
yourself and you love yourself, it's like you're alchemizing. You're really seeing in a mirror. We're not supposed to. We didn't have mirrors back in the day. I mean, we would see like our reflection in the river, but like there's so much. It's like there's mirrors. There's like social media, and you constantly face like you're doing selfies and all that. Like it's just constantly things are in our face, and like social media, comparing yourself to. And I sometimes I do it, and I have to like I'm like whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I have to bring myself to we all are beautiful in our own way. Every flower has a different scent, which is beautiful, and that's how God made us look so different. Because if we all look the same, it would just be like, well, you're me. It doesn't matter. Like that's why God did what God does for us to all look different. Can we love ourselves again? If He split Himself in like 8 billion pieces, so He can find love again. It's like I want to do this so the world can come together. What does that look like?
That's beautiful. And I think that the songs in your album really speak to like that empowerment and that strength of finding yourself. You've described One Suitcase as being a reflection of both your trauma and your transformation. Can
Correct.
you talk a little bit about how you've turned your personal pain into art that's not just empowering for yourself, but to others, especially women who face displacement or repression?
That's a really good question. When we were, so I'm going to go back in time for a second. When Dallas Austin, he approached me. He's done stuff for Madonna, for Pink, for TLC. He's incredible, and I was just so honored to be able to work with him because of my good friend Nas Tokyo. She made the connection for me, and she's a very empowering woman. And I always tell her, and we have a great connection. And I think when I think of One Suitcase, when I sing it, before I would cry. It was so hard for me when I was doing live sessions that I had to like, wow, this song is actually empowering me because I left things behind and this is my new life. And I think anybody can really relate to it, whether you're a refugee with one suitcase, whether you're going to another city for a job. We're always in a suitcase, right? And we're leaving something behind. Obviously that city or place wasn't the same frequency or energy that we needed to grow. We have to come out of our comfort zone, and God has an amazing way of pushing us and making things happen for us. And I think that's what really happened. And it could be a woman in a relationship that's been battered, and I've had my share. So when I think about it, it's a song it's empowering. It it's saying, look, I went through all that and I came out like golden.
That's
And
beautiful. Oh, sorry.
thank you. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's all it is. It's just it's a song that empowers you, and you makes you feel like you're like, wow, like I'm a, can I say badass? I don't know. Like I'm not a badass. Like, and I did it, and I have a heart of gold, and I didn't become bitter through the process, but I alchemized it into love and power to the better of like all of us. Because
I think
I could totally be snobby and just be like, oh well, I'm not doing it for fame. I'm not doing it for money. I already have all of that. I'm the most famous in my family. I'm the baby. Like I've got so much love. It's crazy. I have it all. It's not about me. It's about it's like all of us.
mhm.
It's the masses. Like how do we like spread that love, positivity? How do we, it's like, oh, it's not about me. It's not selfish fame. It's self-serving fame. Because I came here to serve God. God wants to take me tomorrow. I mean, like, let's go. Where are we going? I am not afraid of anything because I have God next to me. I have Jesus right here. So it's not about that. It's the platform that God blesses us. And I'm like, what do I do with that? How do I inspire others through this? How do I uplift them? Because I think a lot of this industry is just really like it's self-serving, which it's great. Like, look, it's fine. It's like whatever anybody else wants to do, good for them. I'm fine with that. But what do I want to do? What mark do I want to leave in the world? Um, that's it. And it's like what they're doing. God bless them, good for them. But I just have something else to say, and it's not about just the Persian women in Iran. I'm trying to like help, or even the guys. I mean, they're suffering too. Right?
Mhm.
They can't even express their sexuality. They have to still be in hiding if they're gay. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't saved the gays in the world. Like we haven't saved anybody. Like how do we save people? They
Mhm.
have to help them save themselves. They have to believe in themselves. We just are like helping them, but they have to find that. And so it's a platform that God gives you, and you just do great things with it, and you try to be the best person, and you can be. That's
That's
it.
beautiful. And I think that message will definitely resonate with so many in our audience. I want to touch on you've moved through so many different continents and countries. So from Persian roots to American pop stardom, your music blends worlds. Are there any specific sounds or cultural references in your album that were especially meaningful for you to include?
Of course, being in Iran, I was exposed to certain music, and going to Germany, it was like pop, and it was pop and like dance music, and then coming to you to America, and like going to Baltimore. Baltimore is a rough city.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie. Coming from Europe, going to Baltimore, it was a big shock for me. It's very different, and I never seen the inner city in my life before. I never seen so many kids like not having anything, and
Yeah.
just so sad for me. And I was like, one day I want to do good things for them. I want to open schools and after school programs where they have food because all the moms are working and whatnot. But I always say like Baltimore, I was exposed to like R&B and hip hop, and Wu Tang literally like raised me because I loved their stuff. It was just so empowering. It was just like there's something about Wu Tang like that. Just like I was like, what is this sound? I love them. Wu Tang did raise me. I'm actually gonna make a T-shirt one day. Wu Tang raised me.
Oh,
But so then I came across hip hop and R&B. It was the first time I ever heard those kind of sounds, and I was like, this is beautiful. I loved that. It was just like cool and different, and then we started going to DC, clubbing, with my brothers, and they were always with me because I was always a baby, and they were like, you can go alone. We have chaperone. I'm like, fine. Um, and I was exposed to like dance music and techno and EDM, So it's like a different sound. So I've been, exploring with different sounds and coming to Dallas, Texas. Um, I would have my, I always say my Latina brothers and sisters. And for the first time, I went out after like 5 years, maybe literally, because I birthed back to back and I was pregnant for the years. And so, like 4.5 years later, I was like, they took me out to this amazing place called Tedeseo, downtown Dallas. And it was just amazing Latin music. And I was just like, we always loved Latin music. We used to listen to Gypsy Kings back in Baltimore. Like, we would just listen to everything, Shakira and like all kinds of like, Latin stuff, Ricky Martin back in the day. So I was like, I feel like part of me was Latin in another life because I just really love it and I resonate with it and I understand. I'm like, wow, this is so good. Like, there's a connection. So I'm like, okay, God is trying to tell me something. Oh, I need to put some Latin flavors in my music. So I think all of that stuff came like in a perfect timing where I was at a place where I was just like mixing my sound, working with like, and I was like, messaged, we did Music to My Heart that has a Latin flavor. And I messaged Damon. I was like, Damon, I have this amazing idea for my first album. And I was like, there's a song. I don't know. I went out and I heard this Latin like flavor. I want to do something like English, Latin, something. I don't know what it is, what it looks like, what it sounds like, but I'm down. Like, what do you think? So, and that was it. And so even my new album, every album I do, I always have like some kind of Latin flavor out of one of the songs because it's part of me forever.
I definitely heard like an Afterglow. It kind of had like that bachata sound to it.
Yeah, and
I
it's
love
also like
that.
an island, It's like an
Yeah.
island and Bacacha. So it's like a little bit of both because I've been to different islands too. Like I love Jamaica. The people are just so nice. Like every single person. Or like I was feeling sad one day. People were like, well, they're like randomly, "Are you okay? Like you good?" Like I was like, "Wow! Like how do they know?" And I was walking in the street, and these beautiful girls with beautiful long dreadlocks, like, "You are so beautiful." I was like, "Are you kidding me? You have like green eyes, olive skin, and dark hair. You gorgeous." Like we were giving each other a compliment. Like, it was just so nice. I felt like I was at home
I love
because that's how Persia is like. We are endless with compliments, and it's like because we see each other's reflection. Then why do you see me when you look in my eyes? I don't see myself. Like we see each other in each other's eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I see
that's
myself in your
beautiful.
eyes. Like it's just God intends all of this. We just have to read between the lines. What is God trying to tell us? We're just so busy and everything is so fast and just their information is just flooding through and it's like so many overstimulation. It's like we don't have time. It's like shh, just slow it down. Listen, this God has something to tell you when you're lost. Just quiet everything down and listen.
That's beautiful. Your album has so many themes of rebuilding identity, and that resonates really deeply with our mission at Women's Voices Now. How do you think that storytelling through music, film, or media helps reclaim power for women?
That's a really good question. I think, humans, we are so, there's like different senses we have. We're
Mhm.
audible, we are visual, and kinetic. Like there's all of these different senses happening at the same time. And I think when we see something or hear something that resonates, it can either put us down, make us depressed, or uplift us. And that's why, when you listen to my album, I don't have any sad songs. I don't listen to sad music. I have in the past. Like I love Adele. I love all that. I just don't. like I've been through so much sadness in my life. I'm like, no. Music is so powerful, it can change your mood.
I
Films
agree.
are so powerful, it can change your mind. So I always try to watch things or put something out there that's empowering somebody rather than like putting them on like horror. I don't watch scary movies. I just don't because I don't need to. I'm like, there's so much like brain power I have. So if I'm putting all this stuff in it, like, no, we're not doing that. So, but I think through music and meaningful movies and things like we don't feel alone. We feel like somebody else walked that road with us. There's other refugees that came to here, America, and
Mhm.
I've been through a lot in my life, but somebody asked me a really good question. We were on a radio tour last week, and he said, I've had some childhood traumas, and I think all of us, I can speak for all of us here in the room, but not as like dramatic as yours. And I was like, it doesn't matter how dramatic or hard it was for like it's all a human experience, whether it was like more or less. It's still I'm not gonna say, well, mine was like more than yours. I've been through more stuff than you. I'm like, no, I'm not like the way I think it's like, damn, like we're all humans. We've been through so much shit.
Yeah.
All of us, every single one of us. I don't care who you are. You could have the best life. Still have childhood trauma somehow. Everybody did. We have to. Everybody goes through something. Okay. We all had adult trauma. We all had like, you know, teenage traumas. There's still trauma. Trauma is trauma. Hardship is hardship. It doesn't matter what the level of like 100 or
Right.
like 10. It doesn't matter. It God only gives you what you can handle. And if he gave me that like dramatic traumatizing way of like dealing with it, I was able, I'm like, this is what I needed to grow. Somebody else needed something else to grow. So it's all beautiful. It's all amazing. Every experience, every hardship, every pain, I will take my pain because I feel alive. When I work out days and my body hurts, I love it. I'm like, oh, my body's like healing. It's like it hurts. It's so good. It feels amazing. I want to feel alive. I
Mhm.
don't want to feel like I'm not there. I want to feel everything. I came here to experience life, to be nice to people, to experience, to give back that love. This is not mine to hold.
That's beautiful. I think that using your platform and sharing your story is so important so that women, girls, anyone has that type of representation to see how to overcome, how to alchemize, and how to rebuild their lives and not sit in their trauma, but build from it.
No, use it as strength.
Yeah,
As use it as fuel, but don't let it like darken you. Don't let it make you like dark.
right.
Let it make you into a light. It's like a phoenix rising, and you become this beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Use it all as fuel to find that love that God gives you, because nobody else can love you the way you love you.
Right.
I have a partner. He loves me. But if I don't love me and fill my own cup, I can't, how can I love him? If you don't love yourself, you cannot love anybody else. And when you look at trauma experiences of life, that's like everything. You're like, wow, I'm like a badass. Like I've been through all this hell and back, and I'm still like standing. Like I'm healthy. I'm breathing. I'm in a different place. So like celebrate your wins, even if they're little wins. They're still wins. You know, those are great. Do that. When we do it as women, because we're caretakers and we are givers and we're mothers, we're daughters, we're wives. We have a big role to fulfill. And when you God makes you a woman, He's like, you know what? There's work to be done because society expects a lot from us, and we just have to come back to basics and just say, you know what? Today I'm not going to do anything. Today I'm just going to love myself. Make myself a glass of wine. Take a bath. Just put a good song on that makes me feel beautiful inside. I just love me. I radiate love. I glow in like positivity. There's protection around me. I am so loved, and I love myself. That's all you need. You just need a handful of people. You don't need like 10 people. Just need like few people that you trust and you love. And then of course you have like your fans. I mean, when you're becoming a celebrity, it's just a little different. There's so much more love to give. But start small and make sure you trust people. Now, Benjamin Franklin had a quote. He's like, you know, treat everyone like let treat everyone with love and respect, but let them be tried out first before you give them your trust. So it's like you have to also be careful because not everybody is like, I want to think the whole world is good, but I've been scammed. I've been like, some stuff has happened. I have to be careful because I'm so nice. People take advantage of me. I already know that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not here to save the world. I'm just here to become the reflection of it. And I do the best I can. And where I can, do what I can do. I don't stretch myself to where I can't. And then I'm like running out of oxygen and I'm empty, and I'm giving everything to everyone on my love and all this stuff. No, don't. Fix yourself, heal yourself first, love yourself first. Everything falls into
That really hit home. It
place.
just you just have so many words of wisdom. I wish that like I could hang it in my wall. I feel like
You already have it within you because what you're attracted to me is already within you.
oh,
I would say that what we love about somebody else, or we attract, or we appreciate, it's already within us because we all are one.
that's
I, I'm, I always like, I'm like, this thing is just like the way, the more I think about it, I'm like, we all are one. I mean, we look different, but God is so smart. God is God. That's what God is God. He's like, no, I'm gonna make everyone look different. We're all parts of Him. We're all parts of God. We just look different because we're parts of all everything about God, you know? So um I mean, if I never had a little sister, and like, I was the baby of 13, so I've learned so much from my brothers and sisters. I had great mentors. I looked for them. I prayed for them. I prayed for good people to come in my life. I had Marianne in Baltimore. We worked at a spa together. She was amazing healer and a massage therapist, and I did skincare for 4 years. I went to school. I love everything about the skin. I love healing too, and healing centers are another place I would love to do besides school. I'm like, what do I do with my fame and money one day? I'm like, what do I do with all that? I'm like, I already know. But you know, you find people that are older than you, they're
Mhm.
experienced life and they're spiritual, they're connected to source and God, and they help you also blossom. We can't do it without each other. You know, we all need each other to go through life and to understand that.
I want to touch back on motherhood. You've spoken on how motherhood, migration, and music are central to your identity. How did being a mother shape this album, either in content or in the way that you approached its creation?
Uh, you know, I never really wanted to have kids. I was like really loving my life, traveling, and of course, you fall in love. And I
Mhm.
saw my partner, what an amazing dad he was to our children. He really gave me wings to fly. I can't, you know, behind every great man is really a greater woman, and vice versa. And Rob, you know, we own our own label. That's how we were able to give all the funds to Choose Love for refugees and misplaced people in the world. And I love his heart. So whenever you choose a leading man, make sure his heart chakra is open and he's giving and he's loving and he loves people he likes to give. Um, and I think being a mom, I always wanted to do good things for the world, but being a mom is just, it's been so healing and rewarding for me. I feel like part of me is healing. And I actually had a ectopic pregnancy and I almost died. And I know in the third world countries and a lot of places that women do die. And that's something I would love to advocate eventually. But it took me a long time to really talk about it because I almost died and I never had kids before. I was already in my mid 30s, and my mom was pressing me to get married and have kids, and I was like, I'm gonna do it my way. So I found my own guy. And so, but almost dying and then coming back again. I feel like that really changed me when you have a death life experience, near death life experiences. I came back and I was never the same in a good way. It was like God gave me a second chance. I had like God's breath, new breath in. You know, my brother opened the door and I had fallen right in front of the our door because I passed out, and then this fresh air came in. It was a cold winter night, cold winter day. I'm sorry. It was uh, the 11th of January, and the cold air came in and brought me back to life. And so went to the hospital and they were like, "You're pregnant." I was like, "Oh my God, it can't be," because my husband was going through chemotherapy. So it's like, there's no way he could be pregnant. So I was like, there's no way I could be pregnant, you know. So, but I was, and it was in my tube. And so I have one tube, and I was able to get pregnant with both. I'm like, if I don't believe in God as God's miracle in creation, there's something completely wrong with me. And I missed so much time with my mom between 8.5 to 14 that I'm vicariously living through them. They're filling the holes in my heart because that's what kids do, you know, and that's why our parents are so strict with us. That's why they protect us so much because we're just like the apple of their eye. You know, they want a better life for you, for us, like for all of us. That's what parents do. They protect, they love the best they can. They do the best they can. They're not perfect. None of us are. Look, we don't know. We just go, there's not a blueprint written. It's like, here's your blueprint book. This is how you treat this trial. Like, and we don't know. We do the best we can. But they inspire me every day and everything I want to do. I want to just do so many good things for the world because I'm like, they're going to be in it. So I want to make the world a better place. I want everybody to be fabulous. I don't all the money and all that stuff. I want people to have what they want, like enjoy life. Teach them to fish. Don't just always give in the fish. Give them the fish, but teach them. Teach them to like survive. That's why education is like so important to me. And I drill it to my kids' head. Empower yourself. Learn about life. Learn about other people. Learn about behaviors. If they're yelling at you, don't be like them. Don't mirror them. You be the calm one and just walk away. I'm not hostile. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm just like calm. With calmness, calm mind, everything established. But yeah, they love my music. I mean, the new album I played Swerve for them and Afterglow, they loved it. It was like, "Mommy, this is the best song and it's so pretty." He's like, "I love it." And he's 8 years old. And they danced to Swerve and I went to their school for recess and I was serving lunch because I love doing stuff like that. To spend time with them and see the other kids. They're all so sweet. They come and give me a big hug. Like, "We were listening to Swerve in the car. We told our parents to play it." I'm like, makes me happy. You know, at the end of the day, whatever I create or make, I want to make sure there's a couple of songs that like I'm pushing the envelope, but that's probably the most I will do, you know, because I want my kids to be able to listen to stuff like that. That's why I don't use profanity and stuff. I'm a mom and I'm a serious, serious mom. I mean, my hands are on everything. I want to make sure they have the best opportunities in life and they're good people and they treat people good. They're respectful. That's like my mom drilled that on me. She was a hard mother and she had me at 40. You know, so it's like she started when she was 16. So, you know, I want to make sure they know to and my son said something so beautiful. He said, "Mommy, you know, inside we're all the same.
Wow.
We might look different, like, you know, different colors and stuff, but mommy, inside we're the same." I was like, "I love you, Rafa." And that's because when he says stuff like that, I love it. And I'm like, yes, that's my son. Because I've been through discrimination. I've been through like so much bad stuff. Even when, you know, the 9/11 happened, I was scared to tell people I was Polish. I was like, "I'm Italian."
That's
Or
understandable.
Spanish. I don't know, whatever.
Mm.
So it's you know, I want them to go through life to know love because hate is taught. Kids don't know what that is.
No, they don't.
So if we create this new world, we just, you know, everybody just live their life, we enjoy each other, you know, we spread the love, the energy, we can just live through this life and experience this beautiful land, God's land, and
Hmm.
just all calm down a little bit. Like everything will be so much better. It's that's my that's my hope. I
I,
want to find it better than I want to leave it better than I found it.
mhm.
That's always my motto. It doesn't matter where I am. I always try to make everything beautiful around me.
I think you're doing an amazing job, and I think that it's definitely reflecting in your son and how emotionally intelligent he seems.
Thank you. Yeah, he's for 8 years old. We just actually had a meeting today at the school, and they were just saying how amazing he is, and he's such a leader. Everybody does what he does in class, and
Great.
you know, and there was some stuff we're gonna talk to him about. It's like saw like hot dog and was like, oh, it looks like a wiener. Like he was trying to make them all laugh, and he's just like a goofball, but he's like smarter than his own kind. And they were like, no, 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 don't. I was like, I'm gonna take his iPad away for a year. They're like, no, you don't need to do all that. Just just talk to him about it. I was like, I'm not gonna do it for a year. I was maybe gonna do it for a week or they were so sweet. They were like, they thought I was actually gonna. I was like, no, he's such a good kid, and he's already advanced in math and reading. Like,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, and that makes me so happy. I'm like, no, all my family that came to US, we contribute to the society. We
Hmm.
all have like doing something good for the world, and I
Hmm.
think we all come to do that, and that's it. Just love yourself. Everything falls into place. And don't listen what people say. The negative stuff, use it as fuel. Use it like to make you like that's not you. They're just saying a reflection of themselves to you,
Hmm.
not to you. That's how they feel, and that's why they're talking to you like that.
Hmm.
Because they know they're not good.
That kind of ties into my next question. As a Choose Love ambassador, you've become an even more visible voice for marginalized people. Has that work influenced the messages or the sounds on One Suitcase at all?
You mean the whole like album or
Yeah, the whole album.
yeah, I mean, look, you come as a refugee, you've got to learn the language, you got to respect the culture, different things, right?
Hmm.
Maybe a little bit more open here in the US. I mean, I was super closed off. I'm like, oh my God, they do that? They wear that? Oh no, I like no non-judgment. Like, I mean, I'm so used to the culture by now. It's like, good for them, go for it, whatever you want makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you're not really doing anything. And I think most of the songs there, like Soulmate Lover, is about finding love and we come to a new place. And hopefully, we're bringing good energy into that environment and we alchemizing it again into something positive and beautiful. And so I think most of the songs in the album is really about, as my experience as a refugee or someone coming to another culture or experience, I'm such a sponge and I have to be careful. Like I didn't know that obviously when I was like in my late 20s. So but I gotten some stuff where I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But you always we all go through the changes and but I know the fact that I am a sponge, so I'm really careful with my environment. So I try to be around things that are good for me. So and I think a lot of the songs in the album really reflect those things in my life and my experiences coming to America.
Hmm.
And I am an American citizen now, and I'm proud to be an American. I consider myself Persian American. I don't consider myself Persian. I mean, like when you think about it, I was only in Iran until I was 8 years old. Not even 8 years of my life. And I was able to read and write, speak fluent. And I left and went to Germany for 5. And since 14, I've been here for 25 years.
Right.
I've spent most of my life here in America. And, the past like 6 years, I was finally at a place where I was like, I can breathe. I can just finally do what I always wanted to do. And I just said to myself, like, if I don't do it, I will always remember it. Like, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I? Like, I'm a go-getter. I'm like, I am a finisher. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. When I put my like head into it, my mind, I will do it. And that's when my husband says, he's like, you're relentless. And it's like, I love that about you. You just when you do want to do something, you just do it. And that's I've always been like that. And music was like so healing for me. I was like, it was like God spoke through me. And I asked him when I was pregnant, my son was like 3 months old. I was like, I'm ready for that gift if you still want to give me. And then a couple days later, I was like on the computer searching and I found out Damon Sharp that's been helping me with a lot of stuff, and he's co-managing me, my husband, and then all these amazing people: Eric Zane, Nas Tokyo, and Ellie Soken. That's my director, and Dallas Austin, and Jay Hard, like all the different people. Like I've been reading what I just wrote with this amazing new guy. He's called Avalon Roxton. They're out of Netherlands and they have a big following. Their music is so beautiful. And I heard one of their songs called um, uh, it's amazing. So we just wrote four songs, and I have to go back and record them. So it's just it's been an experience. So just go for it. Don't be scared. Like just just do it. Like, and I just want to just do it. I just did it. I don't want to just do it. I just did it, and that's my motto.
You've lived through immense transitions from refugee to global artist, from private citizen to public advocate. How do you protect your sense of self while using your platform so boldly?
Sense of self, is that what you said?
Yes,
Like protect my energy and stuff.
yes.
So I think the way I do it is like whenever I come home, I center myself and spend time with the kids. We're cooking in the kitchen. It's you're gonna feed your soul, because when you're meeting people, you're giving energy. And I love like that's why I came to the world. I know my reason. I love connecting to with people. I love meeting new people. I love like inspiring them. I love just to give them energy. I don't care like if it's now or 5 years from now, 10, it doesn't matter. I know what I came here for, and I'm gonna just go deep, dive deep in it, and just do it. But cooking with family and spending time with family, they fill me up, and I can just go back out and do it again. So I think those are really important, and not letting fame and the money and all that other things to get into your mind. You look at yourself and you're like, what did God send me here for? And I think every day, and that's why I stay so humble. Like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There's so many beautiful people, but are you beautiful inside? Do you know who you are? Do you act like act of kindness? Do you do those things? It just comes in a different forms, and we all are beautiful in our own way. But what's the definition of beauty? So the way I look at it, and those are the things what I do. I do my regular yoga, and of course, I meditate and I talk to God, and then I just sit still, listen, and I put meditation music on, whatever that is, Earth frequency or 1111, and I just like, what do you want to tell me, God? Like, Father, I'm ready to receive. And then I just get filled, and I start like, there's tears coming down with my eyes closed, listening to this nothingness. And then I just feel like that makes me think I'm on the right track. And it's like God is filling me with His love because I feel something in my heart, like in my stomach. I feel like it's something warm. It's warming me up.
Mhm.
God, God is here with me, and He's filling me up. My family's filling me up. We're doing like every night we cook dinner. We're together. We pray at the table. We pray for us. We pray of the people that are less fortunate than us. We're like, hey, you know what? We're doing everything that that feels. Those are the things that fill my soul. Food is a big part of it, and working out. I love food, but also like working out. So I'm like, I love food. I love working out. I do it both, and I balance it.
Yeah.
Not too much of this, not too just balancing life, balancing yourself, letting the people that you love and trust filling you up. And I
Um,
think that's why I'm able to go out and do my thing, so I can give that love back. I'm like, it's not mine to keep. It's never mine to keep. It's about giving. I came here to give.
that's beautiful. I think so many of us are trying to figure out how to stay true to ourselves, and figuring how you do that is really grounding. Um,
Yeah.
Many of your fans are women who are navigating cultural expectations, generational pressure, or maybe even political instability. What do you say to young women and women who feel trapped between who they are and who the world tells them to be?
First of all, it's not a bad life. Okay, we're still breathing. We won. So focus on your breath and know that you're loved because we all come from source. So the minute you cut that cord of approval of society, culture, religion, bullshit, let it go. Let all of it go. Focus on your breath. Focus with the love, all the things that you'll remember that you feel love. Don't forget about the negative stuff. Just Think that moment that you felt so much love within you, whether your mom was hugging you, whether you had this amazing conversation with a friend, depending on where you are, doesn't matter. Just focus on that and everything comes to perspective. Everything is an illusion. The world can be an illusion. So if you're just looking outside for approval, you're doing it the wrong way. Stop it. Let that shit go. It's not going to serve anybody. Everything you need is within you.
That's incredibly empowering.
You're fabulous. You're beautiful. Your hardship has made you who you are. Just okay. This is the way I look at it. Be a good person. Do the right thing. Stay humble. Work hard. Play hard, and have fun. And do the best you can every day. And stay positive. Positivity is the key. When you keep talking about your problems and talking about like, oh, no, no, shut it all off. It's like the chatter,
Yeah.
and just focus on your breath and just be like, you know what? Put your hand on your heart, on your stomach, your right hand on your heart, and your left hand on your stomach, and just be like, I'm loved. Just brainwash yourself if you have to. God, I did it at first, but it works because you know yourself better than anybody else in the world. And just stay with positive people. Like try not to be around people that are just always gossiping and talking shit about other people. That should bring you like a little alarm. Or just negativity. They're always, they're not working out. They're always talking about working out, but they don't. They're lazy. It's like, no, just surround yourself with like go-getters. Surround yourself with people like a community that's like they support you. We all need support. It's not a bad life. It's just a bad moment. At least we're saved. I mean, other people have so much worse than us. We have a hot shower. We didn't even have hot showers until like how many 8 years ago. We are living in the best, like the best time of a human experience. We're so lucky. Think of that. Think of that, and then that should do it. Go take a shower and be like, fuck. Sorry, people didn't have hot showers back in the day. I mean, look, I'm already taking one. They just come on. There's so much. It's like a lap of luxury. There's things to be in our disposal we would have never thought in a human mind to have. Just be grateful, and good things will happen for you. Be positive. Surround yourself with positivity, positive people. Go work out. Let your body like do some cardio. Like your body needs that. And then when you do, your mind starts working. It's like whenever I do cardio, I'm like, oh my God, I have an idea for a song. Or it just makes me feel so good. That's all you have to do. It's just such a simple formula. We make it so hard. Like, oh, we're human. We gotta do this. There's so much expectation. Expectation, stop. Like, we cannot do everything one day. It's not gonna happen. The baby wasn't born like in one day. It takes 9 months. Like, look, it's winter, then it's spring. Even nature shows us. Look at nature. It's patient. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself some more love. It's okay not to go out. It's not okay. Like, don't look at social media all the time. I don't. It's not. It's not healthy because most of the stuff these people are posting is like what they want us to believe. It's like a Truman Show. Don't be stupid. Like, be smart. This is your life. You came here to put your mark in the world. Don't look at other people. Look at your accomplishment, your awesomeness, your uniqueness. We all are unique. That's why every fingerprint is different. Then why don't we not have the same fingerprint? That's what God intended because we all came here for a reason and we all are one. The same reason find love, to show love, to accept ourselves for what we are. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's not about like, oh, I want to age gracefully. Yeah, of course I want to take care of my body. I only have one skin I live in. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. You should. Don't become obsessed with it, but take care of yourself. Do everything that there's out there. There's so many resources now. We're able to do all of that.
I'm gonna pause just for a second. Okay. So Lastly, Women's Voices Now is all about using storytelling to elevate voices that are often too unheard. As someone who has turned her own story into music, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave for women and girls who are still searching for the courage to tell their own?
That's really beautiful. I told you about the international school. Like, I would love to do something like that because I was bullied in the regular school where I was going to learn English. And I think having international school across like US, I mean, I'm just going to use US because we have more refugees coming here. And anybody can really go there. I feel like if you want to learn a different language, you'll be exposed to so many different languages, and everyone can go there. It's a safe place and safe space for everyone. Um, and I think whatever I look at it is like, let your story empower you because God has a plan for all of us. And it's the best, beautiful plan. It's better than what you pictured it. And so just through, I feel like, a social media platform or music or even like writing an article or empowering each other through our experiences as women, um, empowering one another instead of like competing.
Mhm.
You fix each other's crown instead of like pulling it out and be like, I am the next queen. I don't give it. I don't care about that. We all are goddesses. We all are queens in our own right. And so just women empowering women is become so important to me. I feel like women don't support women the way they should. They talk about it, but it's still a competition. um, who's younger, who's more pretty, and who has that. But the way I look at it, when God made you into a woman, He gave you the ultimate power of powers.
Mhm.
You have the like. So that's all I'm saying. You have all the power you already need within you. You have all the love you already need within you. You just got to tap into it. And you're loved, you're supported, and there's just great love for all of us here. And when your time comes to tell your story, whoever's out there listening, your story matters. You're important. We all learning from each other. We all growing from each other. Uh, no thing is wrong way. No way is the wrong way. It's just an experience. It's not a bad life. It's a bad moment. It's a bad day. Don't dwell in the past. Just keep moving forward. The universe likes speed, and your frequency matters. So when you're hanging out with like low people frequency, that's where your frequency will be. When you're with higher vibration frequency, people are actually doing something. They're going to the gym. They're eating healthy. They're doing good things. They're partying. They're having fun, but they're balancing everything so perfectly, where it's not one thing too much and then another. So learn to balance your life. Know that there is like your time will come. We will all eventually tell our stories, and there's ways of doing it, and we all matter. Our voices matter, and we are important. Don't ever forget that. That's all I have to say about that.
I absolutely love that. And what a beautiful note to end on. It really ties everything together. Thank you so much, Shab, for joining us and sharing your story, artistry, and your strength. It's been incredible and an honor to speak with you.
Oh,
To
it's
our
my honor.
audience, oh, sorry.
I said it's my honor to speak with you. You're such a beautiful, enlightening young lady with like a bright future, and you will do great things for the world. If there's anything I can do also for you, I'm here to
Thank you
support.
so much. To our audience, if her words resonated with you, please be sure to listen to her new album, One Suitcase, out now on all streaming platforms. And don't forget to follow Women's Voices Now to keep up with more powerful stories from women and change makers around the world. Thank you.